Last winter, the FBI was praised for its speed in cracking the case of the World Trade Center bombing and bringing 4 suspects to trial.
The investigation goes a lot quicker when the CIA grants the terrorists the visas to come into America. Then the FBI tracks their every move, records their every communication, and builds the bomb, literally.
Now, there is some evidence that the FBI may have known of the plot in advance through an informant and might even have stopped the bombing that killed 6 people.
The FBI and the district attorney in New York City hired a guy first to make a fake bomb, and then halfway through decided, let's go ahead and make it a real bomb. And so the bomb maker recorded a conversation between himself and his FBI handler in case he needed it, because he probably did need it, because they probably would have come after him as a patsy. But he had the phone conversation where he's talking to a known FBI agent, and he had called him to complain about the invoices to the FBI. And the bomb maker says, well, you have to know that it's going to cost more money to build a real bomb than a bomb that's filled with baking soda. So this is real. The FBI bombed the World Trade Center in 1993, killed 6 people and hurt 100, and then simply walked away. And they've been doing it ever since. Now, I don't just say shit. I back it up with sources that stupid people in America will trust. Here is mainstream media telling you that the FBI started and stopped 17 terrorist attacks.
There have been 20 foiled plots, and of them, 3 were interrupted by members of the public. The 17 that were interrupted by the feds were created by the feds. The 17 that were interrupted by the feds were created by the feds.
FBI agents might have been able to prevent last February's deadly explosion at New York's World Trade Center.
I think the media is literally allergic to telling the truth and the whole truth. They had the bomb built, and they watched the men set it. Why would you report they may have been able to stop it? They cannot. The truth isn't in them.
They discussed secretly substituting harmless powder for the explosives, but they didn't, according to the FBI's own informant, Emad Salem.
When the FBI told him go ahead and make a real bomb, he started recording the phone conversations so that, and he gave them to an attorney in case something bad happened to him, in case he got arrested.
Unbeknownst to the FBI at the time, Salem recorded many of his conversations with his handlers.
I'm holding 903 pages of draft transcripts.
William Kunstler represents Sheikh Omar Abdel Rahman and several others charged with conspiring to blow up a series of New York City landmarks 4 months after the World Trade Center bombing.
And watch this little twist. An FBI spokesman said, get this, we got them after they did one bombing instead of a series of bombings that they had planned. Yeah, but you killed 6 people, Americans, in the World Trade Center. Yeah, but then we stopped them. Insanity.
Kunstler confirmed newspaper reports of the Salem transcripts. In one, Salem complains to an FBI agent, since the bomb went off, I feel terrible, I feel bad, I feel here is people who don't listen. The agent replies, hey, I mean, it wasn't like you didn't try and I didn't try. You can't force people to do the right thing.
There is material in here to show gross governmental misconduct.
Okay, so they bombed the World Trade Center and killed 6 people, and then started and stopped 19 terrorist attacks. No amount of evidence, even coming from mainstream media, is enough to convince people it's the government that's doing it.